recording. Okay. And also let me do one thing. So the tablet will not turn off on us. You know? Do you remember the sign unsign? Is it clear, straightforward? Okay, so I will go back before the BCD thing, and then I will talk about it. So if somebody tell you +7, right? So how can you write it in the sign 2's complement? +7 is gonna be 1, 2, 3, and 0, which is representing that I'm positive. Right? 7 is basically the 3. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, right? So look at it, here gonna be what? 2 power 0 times 1 plus 2 power 1 times 1 plus 2 power 2 times 1. So calculate it, here we're gonna be 1 plus here we're gonna be 2, here we're gonna be 4. So we are talking about 7. Right? Okay. Now, the signed 1's complement. Do you remember the 1's complement, 2's complement we talk about, right? So if somebody tell you here is +7 and I'm looking for the 1's complement of this, what are you gonna do? Since it's positive, it's the same. Since it's a positive, it's the same. So you're gonna be what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Then if somebody told you what is the sign magnitude? Signed magnitude. So sign magnitude of +7 is gonna be also the same number, 1, 2, 3. That's a general rule. If it's something positive, you don't care about 2's complement. Sounds good? If you guys remember, the 2's complement, we use it for what? When we subtracted, right? And we did this multiple times. So now, let's pick up another number. So let's say +1, right? So +1, the same thing. +1 is gonna be 1, like this, right? Why? This is the representation of the value, and this is the representation of the sign, right? They're gonna be for the 2's complement, 1's complement, and the sign magnitude, 3 of them. You will find this in the. Do you remember the guy, the link of the book I give it to you? You will find this in page 16. Open page 16 in this, you will find it. Okay, to be online that when you study in the book. Now, the time for the negative. Time for the negative. So if somebody give you a -1, -1 in terms of the sign magnitude, signed magnitude, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be 1, because this is 1, and I'm negative, so it's gonna be here 1. So the bit number 4 is representing that it's negative. So for the people who actually just the first day for them to attend the course, I need to remind them with something. The most significant bit is representing what? The sign. So for the sign values. So if it's the most significant bit, what is most significant also? So, to be more specific. So imagine that you have multiple digits like this, right? This one, the left one, we call it most significant bit. This one, we call it least significant bit. So the most significant here is the one is responsible on the representation of the sign. If it's 0, I'm positive. If it's 1, I'm negative. Sounds good? The rest of the digits are representing value. So if somebody tell you -1, can you please represent it to me in a sign magnitude? You will go ahead and say, oh, okay. So the 1 will be represented here. And then because it's negative, it's gonna be here 1. Okay, now I'm looking for the 1's complement, because if you remember the 2's complement, it was 1's complement plus 1. Do you guys remember that? So if I am saying -1, and that -1, I'm looking for what? I'm looking for the ones complement. Ones complement, it's basically the reverse of everything. You agree?
Yes.
It's the reverse of everything. So that means, you know, it's basically was sign magnitude, it was like this. That was a sign magnitude, right? So you take the sign magnitude and you will flip every single location, except the bit of the reservation. What does it mean? So the last bit is 1, keep it 1. Then the value itself, 0, 0, 1, it will be what? Every 0, it will be 1. Every 1, it will be 0. So would you imagine? The ones complement of -1 is this value. Is it clear? Now, the two's complement. Two's complement is one's complement plus 1, right? So it's basically one's complement plus 1. So one's complement of -1 is what? This value, right? So it's going to be 1, 1, 1, 0 plus 1. So at the end of the day, 1, 1, 1. So the 4, 1 is the two's complement of -1. Sounds good? If it's positive, we don't have any complement of it. So basically, we're going to bring it as it is. If it's negative, you start from the sign magnitude, you will move to the first complement, you move to the second complement afterwards. Any questions so far?
Yes, Professor, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So the way we distinguish whether or not the MSB is a signed or not signed, will that be given on like an exam?
Yeah, I will tell you here's, you know, if I do like this, that means, you know, this is sign value. Do you agree? Because I give you a sign for the value. If it's a value by itself, I will just do like this.
Okay. So the 1, 1, 1, 1 right there would be unsigned. It would be like 15, but signed it would be -1. No.
That's wait. Let's say that, you know, I have. Let me give you another number. Okay, let's say -4. -4. Okay, -4. If you would like to represent -4 into the sign magnitude, everybody start from sign magnitude. Okay, so you sign magnitude, signed magnitude. How we can represent it? 4. What is 4 as? 0, 0, 1, and it's negative, right? So gonna be here 1. So the sign magnitude of -4, this value. Sounds good? The one's complement of this -4, what it should be, you will take the sign magnitude and you convert it, right? How are you gonna convert it? The sign, I'm gonna reserve it. So I'm gonna keep it as it is, 1 here. The value, which is the 4 here, right? Every 1 will be flipped. You remember the one's complement, right? You flip the 1 to 0 and 0 to 1. Why? Because you subtract from 1, 1, 1. You remember? So basically, it's gonna be here 0, 1, 1. So what you have in front of you now is the one's complement of -4. Then I want to have the two's complement. Two's complement is what? One's complement plus 1, right? So I take this 1 and I add 1 to it. So the value is gonna be what? 1 plus 1 is what?
0, carry 1.
0, and I have 1. That 1 will go added to be 1 here to be what? 0, and I have 1. That's 1 it go to 0, it's gonna be 1, 1. So imagine this is the 2's complement of -4. Okay, Marvin? Now I want the positive. So if I have here +4, sounds good? +4, sign magnitude of it is what? 4 is 0, 0, 1, and it's positive, so it's gonna be 0. So I want to get the one's complement of it. It's gonna be also 0, 0, 1, 0. I want the two's complement of it. It's gonna be 0, 0, 1, 0. Because there is no negative of the positive. Make sense? So this is signed magnitude. This is the one's complement of +4, and this is the two's complement of the +4 as well. Is it clear for everybody?
Yes.
Marvin? Super. Okay. Imagine we can have infinity numbers of examples, right? We can do anything that you can imagine in your life. And you find, okay, let's make a crazy example. So let me see, actually, I can give you a really crazy one. Okay, so let's imagine that, I'm gonna represent numbers in 7 digits, and the digit number 8 will be the positive or negative because it's a sign. Marvin, when I will put the sign with the value, that means, gonna be sign, right? So if I go in and say +6, so automatically this is sign value, right? If I would like to do this operation, +6 and +13. So what do you mean by this? That means, I would like to ask, Professor, would you specify whether you would like us to find the, oh yeah, I would be asking. Yeah, of course. I will come and tell you, what is the sign magnitude, or what is the one's complement, what is the two's complement.
So going back,
not like you're guessing, huh?
Going back to the one where you were doing +7 or +4 or something. If you go back up, can you scroll back up on your screen?
Huh?
Where you did the 2's complement.
Huh?
Actually, the one above that. Sorry.
Huh?
Where you did the 2's complement, does that mean that it's still -4, as in because?
Yeah, because it is, if it's like this, that means, if you just complement it again, it's gonna be -4. Let's try it. Let's try. Here's the value, right? If you just complement this, so it's gonna be what? It's gonna be 1 1 0 0 +1, right? Do you agree? But
yes.
Because I know it's a negative, so that means, this one should be the same, right? Just complement it. So now 1 plus this is gonna be 1 plus 1 0. Then gonna go 1 plus 1 0. Then you will gonna go 1 plus 1. It's gonna be what? 1 1. So did you see what happened?
Yes, thank you.
It's gonna stuck because this is the value, right? That's called a stable number. Anyway, so back to this. So, I'm gonna represent every single number in the process of addition of this into 8 digit. 7 digit for the number, the number 8 is gonna be for the sign, okay? So number 6 is what in the positive world? It will be 0 1 1, so that's 3, 4 5 6 7, and number 8 it will be what? The sign, right? Then 13, what is 13 as? So if I remember, 15 is 4 ones, so the 14 it will be 0 1, so gonna be 1 0, I believe. So gonna be here 1 0 1 1, I believe. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then it's positive also, right? Operation like this, if I'm adding this to each others, so I'm expecting the output to be what? Positive, right? Two positive. You can have a checker. Basically, when I will teach you the gates and everything, if you would like to build a circuit for this, you will look and say, oh, I'll check my 2 inputs. I found both of them are positive. So that means the net out of this is going to be also positive. That makes sense? Now add them. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 0, and you have 1. 0 plus 1 is 1 plus 1. It's going to be 0, and you have 1. And then you're going to have here 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's still 0 here. Right? Let's convert it together. So this one is positive. And then let's see what is the equivalency of this. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, right? We care about whatever is multiplied by 1, right? So here already 2 power 0 is 1. 2 power 1 is 2. Then 2 power 3, here it's going to be 16, right? So at the end of the day, you say 1 plus 2 is what? 3. 3 plus 16 is going to be what? 19. So this is 19. Make sense? Super. Now, let's play a little bit with adding some negative in. Just more fun, So what is the fun we can have? So what about if I say positive 6, negative 13? Huh? Now it's fun. It is, right? The most logic heavy class ever. Don't worry, you're gonna learn. You know, it's really easy. Okay, it's just like, you know, practicing. So I don't want you to be afraid or like panicked out of it. You know, we're gonna play together in a very easy way. So anyways, +6 and -13. Do you remember, you know, this sign magnitude and 1's complement, 2's complement? Easy. So +6, I would like to present it in still in what? In 8 digit, right? So 6 is what? 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And then, you know, 0 here is for what? For the sign. This is 7. This is position 6. This is position 5. This is position 4. This is position 3. This is position 2. This is position 1. This is position 0. Right? Because 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. Okay? Now, -13, there is no subtraction in the system. Do you agree? So I have to convert -13 to the 2's complement to be positive, right? How can I do this? I can take it here in a sign, and after I finish it, I can put it back, right? So 13, what is the value of 13? 13 is 1, 0, 1, 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I have 1 here to represent that I'm negative. I'm right? Now I need, this is what I did in front of you is the sign magnitude, right? Now I need to get the 1's complement of it, right? So 1's complement of it, what? 1, it will be 0, 0, it will be 1, 1, it will be 0, 1, it will be 0, and then, you know, the 3 gonna be 1, 2, 3, right? Then, because I reserve sign, so they're gonna be what? 1. Make sense? So that's the 1's complement. But what I'm looking for to add here is the 2's complement of it. So I have to add 1. Do you agree? So add 1 here. So the value will be 1, 1, 0, 0, and then, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is -13 in the 2's complement to be ready for subtraction. So we're gonna put here 1, 1, 0. I'm here like this here, and then 0, 4, and then, you know, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, you know, here 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's gonna be zeros. I'm sorry. So it's gonna be here 1, 2, and then here 3. Okay, sounds good. So what I did, I just copied this one and I put it there, right? Now, because, you know, everything in the computer is addition. There is nothing in the computer is called subtraction, right? So you add numbers. If you add now, let's add it together. What you can do is the following. You basically will make a comparison here, right? Why comparison? That's called sign addition. So you will find here this one is 0 and this is 1 is 1, right? So end of the day, you have to compare values. If you find the one with 0 is a smaller the one in the 1, so that means this magnitude is smaller than this magnitude. So that means this final value should be what? Negative. Right? Do you remember when we compare values? So we compare something negative with something positive. So when you compare it, so you know for sure this is 1. Because I found this one is completely bigger than this one. Right? Now add. 0 plus 1 is what? 1. Then 1 plus 1 is what? 0. Right? Then the 1 carry, it will go up here. That 1 will go in this 1 to be what? 0. And 0, so you have 0 and then you have 1. Then, you know, that 1 will go here. 1 plus 2 zeros is going to be 1. And then, you know, here is going to be what? 1, 1. So what in front of you now is the operation added into the system, which is going to give you 19. But is there 19 in front of you?
Oh, so you have to convert it back to 1.
You have to convert again. So you have to make 2's complement again.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. So, you know, the sign magnitude, to convert it to the process for subtraction, you have to go to 2's complement. But then once you finish in the 2's complement, you have to return it back to sign magnitude. You understand what I'm saying? Is it clear? So if it's not clear, you know, I can make more examples. That's perfectly fine with me. Any question?
Yes, Professor.
Yes, sir.
Is there a reason, or what's the reason for constraining the numbers to 8 bits again?
No, just example. You know, you can make it 16. So let me tell you a story. Computers work in the 32, 64-bit architecture. So that means, you know, the number of digit representation is 16 or 8 or 32 or 64, not more than that. I'm talking about real computers. So you can, if you go on the internet and search for the Intel processor i7, i9, you will say 32-bit architecture. What does it mean, 32-bit architecture? That means the representation of the number, it will be in 32-bit or 32 digits, basically.
Up to?
32 digits, yes. You can make it 8, you can make it any number. I'm just giving an example as an 8. You can make it whatever. But end of the day, the last bit, it has to be what representing the sign in that case. Okay, let me do one thing and see if you guys actually will not be confused. Look at this, it's really fun. 7 minus 3. What is this? Huh? Somebody will tell me. Malvin, tell me.
In binary is 1100.
No. I would like you to tell me. Is this signed or unsigned?
I'm gonna have to go with unsigned.
This is unsigned. Correct, you're right. Why? Because, you know, I didn't say what is the sign of those, but I said they are subtracted from each other. That makes sense?
Agreed. Yes.
So in that case, I will convert 7 to be 111. Right? And I don't care about any most significant bit to be what? 0, 1. Because I'm not representing any positive or negative, right? But in reality, I'm subtracting 3. So that means I have minus 3. So, right? So I have minus 3. So I can write here 3 as 1, 1, 0. Right? But there is no subtraction in the computer, right? So you have to 2's complement it. Right? 2's complemented with me. Huh? So gonna be what? Look at this very careful. So you're gonna make 1's complement of it, right? Excuse me. So that's gonna be what? 0, 0, 1. This is the 1's complement. You will flip it with 1, so gonna be 1, 0, 1. Everybody agree with me? So here I can write 1, 0, 1 and add. So I converted this subtract 3 to be this. Right? Let's add them together and see what will happen. There is a surprise, right? 1 plus 1 is what? 0. And I have 1. That one will go here. 1 plus 1 is what? 0. And then 0. So 0. And you have 1 within your hand, right? Then, you know, I have here 1, right? That 1 will be with 1 is 0. And 1, so you have 1. And then, you know, there is 1 outside here. What does it mean, this 1 outside? Somebody will tell me. That means
the sign.
No, it's not sign. Come on. That means we don't need to just complement the output. The output 3 digit is representing the final output. Look here. Look, this one. That means 100 is the output. Let's convert this 100 and see in decimal what is the number will be, right? So weighted system. So this is 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2. So this one is out 0 plus this one is out 0 plus 2 power 2 is what? 4, right?
4.
So that means, you know, my output is 4. 7 minus 3 is 4. Do you agree? Let's flip back. You know, I'm trying all different combination here, right? Now, look at this. 3 minus 7. This is still a what? Unsigned. Do you agree? So now I have to convert it to something added with something, right? So 3 will go there to be what? 1, 1, 0. Why 0? Because 7 will be represented in 3 digits. So, you know, let's make them like look like each other, right? Now, minus 7, it has to be converted to 2's complement, right? To be added here. So 7 is 1, 2, 3. I have to convert it to be what? 0, 0, 0. That's the 1's complement of it, right? Plus 1, so gonna be 1, 0, 0. So 1, 0, 0. This one is replicating and removing this one. Do you agree? Now let's add them together. 1 plus 1 is what?
0.
0. And I have 1. 1 will go here. 1 plus 1 is what?
0.
0, and I have 1. That 1 will be here to be 1. Did I get any extra digits?
No.
No.
What does it mean? It means this number is not the final number. This number is the negative number representation. So that means this is the 2's complement of what I'm looking for. So if I 2's complement it again, I will get the output. Let's do 2's complement. So gonna be what? 1, 1,
1,
0.
1, 0.
You add 1 on it, so gonna be what? 0, 0, 1, and this time you can put here negative. Right? So this one is equal 4. So pretty much what I'm saying, 3 minus 7 is minus 4. Sounds good? Easy? What is the best advice I can give you? Practice. Now you have the electronic version of the book. You can look at it. I think all of you got the link, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think I already put it on the, did I put it on a Slack? I didn't put it on the Slack, right? Can somebody put it on the Slack? The one I share with you, the chat channel? 2300, I don't know if
Sure.
Yeah, can you, somebody of you just take the link I give it to you and just put it on the Slack so for the new people who actually added the course so they can look at it if they don't have a hard copy of the book. Okay, so if you practice, you will get the idea. I know it's a shock for you guys as it's the first step for you into the computer engineering world, and you will find 1 plus 1 is equal 0. I know, I mean, it's gonna take some time.
Professor?
Yes, sir.
At the end of the first operation, when you added the numbers, and you had a missing digit, right? That meant that wasn't the final answer, right? And then we had to just complement that one, right?
Because you don't have an extra digit came out. That's indication this value is a 2's complement for something negative.
And then
it is complemented again to get the value, and automatically you translate negative here. So you just complement 4 to be 4, but you know that now it's a minus 4.
Oh, okay. So, okay. I see. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? Okay, now I don't need to remind you guys, right? Negative A is equal positive A, right? You know the story, right? Negative positive A is basically negative A. Positive negative A is basically negative A, stuff like that, So this is, come on, this is high school. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna go into something is called binary codes. Binary codes. What we're gonna learn out of the binary codes, other different representation of the binary systems, because it's a binary code, and one of them is called BCD, other one is called gray code, and the other one is called XS3, and then you have another one is called -4, -2, -4, -1, stuff like that, There is infinity. You can invent your own system. It's not a problem, All of those guys are mathematicians in the mid-centuries and stuff like that, and in the early of the 17th or 16th century, something really way back, before computers, they are sitting doing nothing. They are fun, so they keep writing. Okay, anyway, now, so what we need to do is the following. What is BCD? BCD is coming from the decimal. So do you remember when we said the digit of the decimal is basically a representation of 0 to 9, right? Every digit, it can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3, it can be up to 9. So that's why the mathematician came and say, you know what? Okay, sounds not bad, you know. So what we can do, we can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are represented in the BCD to be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 1, 0, 0, 1. But 4 digits is representing 0 to 15, right? If you have 4 digits, it's basically that means you already have 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 1, 1, 1, 1 when you flip everything, right? So that's basically what 0 to 15, which is the hex. Do you remember?
Yes.
BCD people come and say, we don't need 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15. Why? Because your decimal is 0 to 9. Why I care about 10? Have you ever seen digit in decimal equal 10? Have you ever seen in decimal digit equal 12? It's impossible, right? So if you would like to make a conversion of the decimal to BCD, you can do it like this. An example. If I have like a system like this, 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1. Here is a binary. And I'm asking for you to simply go and give me the BCD equivalent of this. What you're gonna do is, you know, that's really hard. You're gonna take every 4 of them and look at the values. Okay? So in that case, this one is a group. Converted into the BCD, it's a range 0 to 9, right? So this is what 3. Then I will take the second 4 because everything is 4 digits here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is what? 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is what? Also 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one also 2. Now 1, 2, 3. You can add any number of zeros in the left. It's not affecting on you. So that means 1, 2, 3, 0. So that means 7. So basically what you have in front of you is the BCD equivalent of the binary in front of you. Is it really simple like that? Maybe. Because there is a trick. And we need to learn the trick. What is the trick? Imagine something else. Imagine somebody did like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is an unbinary, and I'm looking for the BCD equivalent of it. Okay. I take every 4. I take every 4, and I do what? I take every 4, and I do what? And I combine them to bring the BCD, right?
Yeah.
Look at the trick. Now, those are 4, right? But those 15, and I don't have 15. It has to be 0 to 9, right? So what you need to do? You're gonna do something. It's called modulo 9.
That's 6, right?
You're gonna make modulo. Have you heard about the modular? So modular 7, and here is 9. What is the output will be? 2. So imagine it as a ring. It's going between 0 to 9, right? If you go outside 0 to 9, you have to do what? You have to go in 15 back to 0. So between 9 to 15, what? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6 digits, right? So what? 6 number. So basically, you have to add any number out of side of 0 to 9 to 6. Then you return them back to what? To 0 to 9. That makes sense? So 15. So you're doing the 15 like this, and you added what? 0, 1, 1, 0. So it's 1 plus 1, 0 is 1. Then you know 1 plus 1 is 0, and you have 1. 1 here, and you're gonna have 1. That one is gonna be 0, and you already have 1 out here. So end of the day is what? That's gonna be 5. And you have 1 here extra, 1 out. Sounds good? So every digit outside the range of 0 to 9, it has to be incremented by 6.
And since this is unsigned,
huh? No, it's not signed or unsigned.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Understood.
Okay. That's not signed or unsigned at all.
And I'm just trying to figure out if my microphone works. My microphone's broken, so.
Oh no, yeah, perfect.
Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, perfect. Fine. Don't worry. Okay, so everybody's following me. So now 15, return it back to the range of 0 to 9 by pushing a 6. Then you return it back to 5 and so on. When you do BCD adding, that one will be a carry for the next digit. That's a different story. Sounds good? You know, we are taking it step by step. So let me find you a very good example. It's a very lovely example. So this example is weirdo, okay? Why it's weirdo? Because it's saying the following. I have two digits. I have two numbers. Number 1, the value of it is gonna be 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 0, and then 0 0 1 0. Number 2, the value of it is physically 1 0 0 1. The value of there is gonna be 1 2 3 1, and then the value there is gonna be 1 0 1 0. And basically what I'm saying, I want to consider this BCD of this value to be added to the BCD of this value. So I have a binaries here and I want it to be BCDs and I add them to each other. That's two parts of the question. So the first part, you convert, right? How to convert your group. So this is group 1, this is group 2, this is group 3, right? Same thing there, group 1, group 2, group 3. Everybody agree? Now you add. So you add digit by digit. So let's add digit by digit. This one, it has to be to add this one. Let's do it together. 0 plus 1 is what? 1. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 1. Huh?
0.
0. And there is 1 extra here. Do you agree? Don't trash it. We need it. Okay? So that one is completely out of what? It's completely out of what? The range. Everybody agree with me? In that case, I have to add to the new digit 6 to return it back, right? So now I'm gonna add here 0 1 1 0. Let's add it and see how it look like, right? So 0 plus 1, 1 1 1 0, right? That's basically what we have. And I have here the extra 1. That makes sense? So in that case, that one is a carry out to be added there. Okay, the second digit, it will be transferred to the second digit. So let's transfer the second digit. So now first digit here as an output, D0 is basically 7. So it's in a range. That one will be transferred here. So basically, let's add this one to this one. So 0 plus 1, 0 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1. Oops, that's what? That's 12. It's outside the range of what? 0 to 9, right? So I have to add to it what? I have to add here 6. But then that's 1 is going into there, right? So I can transfer this one to be what here 1. So we already have 13. It's still out of range, right? Let's move to the inside the range. So 1 plus 0 is what? Huh? 1. 0 plus 1, 1. 1 plus 1, 0 and I have 1. 1 plus 1, 0 and I have 1. Do you agree? Have you noticed this digit now, D1, is between what? 0 to 9. Perfect, right? Now, this one is gonna go with this new digit, right? So let's do the digit first. So 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 1 is 0, and I have 1. So far, so good. It's 9, right? But there is that 1 will go there. So pretty much this one is what? 10. Right? Oops, 10. So that means, you know, I have to go also into the range. So I have here what? 6. So going to be 0, 1, 1, 0. So add it here. So going to be 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 1, 0. And I have 1. 1 plus 1 is going to be 0. And I have 1. And here, 0. And then I have 1 outside here, right? So this is the third digit. Then, scheiße, I have 1 here. So that 1 is basically going to be a new digit because you get used to it. So what is the output? The output is this, which is 7, 3, 0, 1. This is the BCD equivalency of this process. Any question? Let's do another example. You know, I love examples, you know. So example number 2. What does the example say? I have 184 in BCD added to 576 in the BCD as well. What is this? Okay. And I would like to see what is the output, right? I will go in a binary. I can do it in whatever you want. I can do it in any way. I like binary, you know. It's a good actually for you to practice binary thing because the computer works as a binary. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna convert this one to a binary system, right? So look, so you already have 0, 0, 1, 0. There, you already have 8, 1, 2, 3, 1. Then you have 1 is 1, 0, 0, 0, right? Everybody can see it? This is the 4, this is the 8, and this is the 1, right? Add it. Then, you know, BCD 6 is basically 0, 1, 1, 0, the 6. And then, you know, 7 is 1, 1, 1, 0, the 7. And 5 is 1, 0, 1, 0, and this is a 5. Do you agree? Now, we're going to do the same trick. So, okay, 4 plus 6 is what? 10. Everybody agrees it's a 10 or not? So it's 10. 10 is 0, 1, 0, 1. But this is out of range. So you add what? 6 here. Let's add 6 together. So what will be the output? Somebody tell me. So 0 plus 0, 0. 1 plus 1, 0, and I have 1. 1 plus 1, 0, and I have 1. 1 plus 1, 0, and I have 1 out here. That 1 is carried out to be added in the other guys. So 8 plus 7 is what? 15. All right. Everybody agree with me? So 15. Okay. So then, you know, I have here 8, 7, 15. So end of the day, I have what? I have 15 plus 1, which is this guy, going to be 16. Do you agree with me? So in that case, it's going to be 16. 16 is representation as what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right? So now I have this is 0, and I don't know what is this. Right? Everybody agrees with me?
Yes.
Yes. So now this one is weirdo. It's completely out of the line, right? 0 to 9. So at that case, I have to add what? I have to add 6 to it. So I'm going to add 6 again here, 0, 1, 1, 0. So what is the output of this? It's going to be 0, 1, 1, 0, right? And then there's 1 here. That 1 will go up here. So 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 1 is 7, right? So basically I have 7. It's 1, 1, 1, 0. Yes, 7 in the range. So I'm going to push here what? 1, 1, 1, 0. So if I convert this number, so it's going to be this is 0, and this is 6, and this is 7. So end of the day, the BCD of 184 plus 576 is basically going to be 760 in a BCD. Do you guys have any question? Is it clear, everybody? If it's not clear, we can do it. It's not a problem.
Yes, it's good.
So should I do it again? Joseph? Joseph?
Yeah?
Should I do it again?
No, I get it actually. I think I do really get it. I do get it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, 760. Yep.
Okay, so it's many of them. So you know what? Let's do another one. You know, that's why I'm here, right? So basically, what we have 3, 7, 5 in a BCD added to 7, 6, 0 in a BCD, and I'm not sure what is the output, right? Let's do it together, right? So 5 plus 0, 5. So good, I have it, right? Then, you know, 7 plus 6 is what? 13. It's out. So you have to add 6 to it, right? So basically, you know, 7 plus 6 is what? 13. So you're talking about 13, it's going to be 1, 0, 1, 1, right? So you have to add 6 to it. So 0, 1, 1, 0. So you're talking about what? 1, 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 0. And then I have 1. And then, you know, going to be 0. And then I have 1 out here, right? That 1 is going to go there. So 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 plus 1 is going to be 11. So 11 is basically 1, 1, 0, 1. Oh, scheiße. So I have to add 6 to it because, you know, still, right? So 6 here, 0, 1, 1, 0. So you're talking about 1, 0. I need 1. So 1 plus 1 is going to be 0. Then I have 1. So it's going to be also 0, and I have 1, right? So in that case, I have what? I have here 1, right? Then the one outside here, that guy will be also building his own one, right? Because, you know, it's 1 with 0, so it's going to be 1. So end of the day, going to be 1, 3, 5, and you have 1 here. So 1, 1, 1, 3, 5. You will find it. So basically, there is BCD calculators, you know. Have you ever heard about it? You'll find it on the internet. It's working the same thing. It's one of the projects you can actually build on the GitHub, and you can put it, you know what is GitHub, right? Have you guys heard about GitHub account? So it's very important for you to attract companies for internships. You can make like a small BCD calculator, put it in your GitHub. When, you know, apply for intern in the summer, you will just put it in your resume. I have done this and this and this and this and that. So people will come and say, yeah, he has some hands-on experience. Sounds good? Okay, so there is other stuff which is part of the family of the BCD or the binary code, which is called gray code or accessory. So in accessory, it's converting the BCD into accessory. So when you say accessory, that means every single digit in the system will be incremented by 3. Sounds good? So I have at my digit, like decimal digit is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this, right? That's actually decimal digit. And I'm converting it into BCD. Do you agree? So how can you convert it? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 0, 0, 1. Sorry, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and then, you know, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So those are the possibilities of the BCD per digit, right? Now, if somebody asks you, what is my accessory equivalency of this? So you are adding 3 into every single state. So this is a state, right? This is a state. So I have 10 states here. So 0 in the accessory is 3, because I add 3 to it, right? So if you add 3 to it, it's going to be 1, 0, 0. 1 in accessory is what? 4. So basically that's 4. 2 in accessory is 5 because you add 3, right? So gonna be here 1 0 1 0. Then you already have 6. Then you already have 7. Then you already have 8. Then you already have 9. Then you already have 10. Then you already have 11. Then you already have 12. So the accessory doesn't have 0. The 0 for accessory is 3, and the 9 for accessory in the BCD is 12. And this is your range of accessory. So let's be really tricky. If somebody give you a number in the accessory and asking you for the BCD equivalent, what are you gonna do? Let's see. So let me see how can I do this. So if I do it like this, 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0. Make it like this. Okay, so that's a binary number, and I'm telling you I want the that's not binary. I'm sorry, this is accessory number, and I am looking for the BCD out of this. So what I'm gonna do from your point of view, I will look to every digit and what decrement 3, right? So this is I found 4 digit, 4 digit, 4 digit, 4 digit. So this one is plus 3. So basically in the BCD it has to be 0. This one is 10. So that means it should be 7 in the BCD. This one is 12. That means this is 9 in the BCD. This one is 11, I believe, in the BCD. So you subtracted 3, right? So in that case, it's going to be what?
8.
8, yeah. So this is your BCD, 0, sorry, 0 7 9 8. That's my BCD equivalency of this guy. Be really, really bad, which is what? This is the binary, and I'm looking for accessory. What should I do? Binary to accessory. So first of all, you're gonna break, right? So you're gonna have here 4, 4, 4, 4, and this 2 is 0, so gonna have zeros are gonna be 4, right? And then you will get the BCD. After you will get the BCD, you will convert it, you add 3 to it, so you will get in the accessory. Do you agree? That makes sense? So that's actually not BCD because it's 1 0 1 1. So you have to convert every digit to what? You have to add 6 to it. You will get into the BCD, then you will add 3 and so on. Is it clear to everybody? Nicholas? Juan? Joseph? Super. Okay, now the book says there's some other system. So there's system, it's really system, you know. It's like, you know, it's called 2 4 2 1. Like, you know, do you remember the weights in the binary? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3. Do you remember this? Right? No. For them it's 1 2 4 2. So for instance, you know, if you would like to convert decimal into this number, what should you do? So if you have 0, how can you make it 2 4 1 2? You're basically going to be 1 2 3 4. 1, how can you convert it? It's basically, this is the location of 1, and the rest I don't need. Let's look at this. 2, I want like to convert it to this system. It will have different way of converting it. 2 different way to convert it. Do you agree? Why? Because, you know, I can make it 1 here, 0 0 0. That will be 2. Or it can be 0 0 1 0. Because, you know, I have here 2 and I have 2. Which one? Right? So 2, it can be this 2 different encoding of the 2 4 2. Let's say 3, for instance. 3, it can be 1 and 2, and the rest is 0, or, you know, 1 and 0 and 0 and 1 here, right? So 3, for instance, it's gonna be here 1, 1, 0, 0, or it can be 1, 0, 0, 1. Those two guys can be 3 here, right? 4, for instance, you can put 1 in the 4 and the rest zeros, right? So gonna be 0, 1, 0, 0. Or you can make 2 and 2, which is 4, and the rest 0, right? So basically gonna be here 1, 0, 1, 0. That's also the 4. And you will continue up to the 9. That sounds good? Make sense? There is another system. There is infinity. So there is one system which is really weird though, which is called 8, 4, minus 2, minus 1. That's another system. But those are not popular. The popular is what? Binary, hexa, octal, BCDs, all of those guys. You know what I mean? Okay, now we're gonna move the gear into another system which it has a meaning. What is this system? It's called gray code. What is this gray code? He was a mathematician. And he was at the time that when they start sending data between Europe and United States through the Atlantic Ocean. So they found out that transmitter and receiver, they want to send less information, because if you send more information, the information will be what? Misinterpreted, and then you have to have error correcting code to be applied. At that time, there were not much technology for correcting the code, like, you know, Ritz-Solomon code and all of these guys. So Gray code, or the mathematician, he was French mathematician, he came and say, you know what, guys, it's better to make the changes in terms of switches, because, you know, if you notice when I put 1 and 0, those are switches, right? Switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. You agree? So you will find out something very important. What is this importancy here? Importancy is, if I have 0 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, and I would like to send 3 to the other side of the ocean and then send 4, I will find out in the system 3 is 1, 1, 0, right? 4 is 0, 0, 1. So have you noticed how many switches have been flipped? 3, right? You turn on this and off this. There, you completely turn it off those and, you know, turn it on this one. That's a very significant amount of changes, which Gray didn't like it. Okay? What did he do to solve this problem? He invented a formula. And what is this formula? It's a formula. He came and say, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, because, you know, here in BCD, in the binary code, so it's gonna be 4, right? So it's 3 changes here happen between 3 and 4. I want to decrease it. So what he said, imagine that you have here B0, B1, B2, and B3. Gray said the most significant bit will be converted to the same thing. So I'm gonna put here, you know, Gray 3, Gray 2, Gray 1, and Gray 0, right? They are changes, right? Then Gray said G3 is gonna be B3, as it is. Then the G2 is gonna be what? It's gonna be B3 added to B2 without carry. Later on in the chapter 2, we will figure out this is called XOR. This is called in the chapter 2 XOR gate. We go, don't worry. You're gonna have fun with XOR gate. Okay, now G1 is basically the B2 added with the B1 without carry. Chapter 2. So then, you know, G0 is basically the B1 with the B0 without carry. XOR also. Okay, let's make an example. And then, you know, I will apply it and all the digits from 0 to 9, and then we'll be finishing for today. Sounds good? No, I will give you the parity bit as well. I know. It's fun, don't worry. Now, let's imagine that I want to send 1100, which is 3, through the Atlantic Ocean using the gray. So in that case, G3 is equal what? 0, right? G2 is equal 0 plus 0, which is equal 0, right? G1 is basically 0 plus 1, 1. G0 is basically 1 plus 1 is basically 0, and I don't have carry out. That makes sense? So pretty much confident I can say that, you know, 0110 in the BCT, for instance, is converted to be what? 0010. So this is basically the gray equivalent. Okay, that sounds good. Let's try to see 4, how it look like. So in 4 is 0010. This is my 4. I want to make a gray code of it, right? So gray of it, 0, it will be there, 0. Then, you know, these 2 guys will bring the second one. 0 plus 1 is 1. Then these 2 guys will bring the second one. 1 plus 0 is what? 1. Then, you know, these 2 guys will bring 0. So look, it's going to be what? 0110, right? So if I put them together, 3 and 4, B, C, D, and then, you know, gray code. Look at this. Here is basically 1100. Here is 0010, right? The gray code of 3, we found it going to be what? This one, right? 0100. The gray code of the 4 is going to be 0110. Have you noticed something?
Changed only by 1 bit.
One switch.
One switch.
Which is good. That's basically what you want to prove. You know, I can send numbers with less changing in switches, which is mean less power and less less percentage of error can happen because of the transmission. Do you know why there is a problem with transmission? We don't. That's out of the course. I can tell you a story. Do you guys like stories?
Yes, I like story.
Okay, the story. In the top of the earth, right, there is like a 4 layers of what? The atmosphere layers. One of them, story time, yes. It's 8 o'clock, you know, go drink milk and you'll be fine. Anyway, so, you know, after that, you know, so basically how it's work, you know, you already have a 4 layers of the atmosphere, right? One of them is responding on the electromagnetic reflection, which is basically used in the electromagnetic and radio. So if you send the data, it go into the uplink, and then, you know, it go down to the downlink. While it's traveling up and down, because of the changing in the weathers and temperature, degradation can happen. And this degradation can cause something like 0 to be flipped to be 1 and 1 to be flipped 0. That's why Gray wanted to be sure that, you know, if I throw 3 and then 4, one switch will be changing, so it will be easy for me to pick up the error. Which is opening the door for us to learn the last part of this chapter, which is called parity. Parity. What is this parity? Parity is the following. Parity, it can be odd and it can be even. Odd and even. That's called parity bits. Okay, so imagine that I have a data and this data is represented like this, 0110101, right? So what I'm gonna have, I'm gonna add extra bit here in the most significant, and this bit will be the parity. Okay. If I make this parity odd, so that means I have to look to the whole message, including this bit, with number of ones to be odd. Okay, so now I have here 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. How many bits we have? Ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that's 4, but I want it to be odd. So I'm gonna make this 1. So that means the whole entire thing is what? 5 is odd number. Then the receiver will check that bit, and if it's bounded 1 but number of ones is even, then it will send a message to the transmitter and say resend, error happened. That makes sense? Now let's do it even. So I'm gonna make another example. So 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 like this. And then I'm looking for the bits here, and it's gonna be even. So the extra bit, it has to make it even, right? So now how many one I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. There are 6. They're even. So basically this is gonna be 0 because I don't want to add 1 to it to balance. That makes sense? So by closing this parity part, I can tell you that we finished chapter 1. So let's summarize. What did we learn today? And what did we learn so far? We learned number systems. We learned how to move from a number system to the others. We learned all the trick about sign and unsigned. How can we deal with subtractions? And how can we deal with the positivity in the sign magnitude versus negativity, and using the ones complement, twos complement. While we were doing this, we learned other systems like octal and decimals, and we want to make the tens complement, nines complement. And then we switch the gear to the BCD. How can we be in the BCD? If you are out of range of the BCD, what you're gonna do? Which you are at 6, and then you will reserve the carry to move forward. Then we learned accessory and why accessory. It was one of the trial that the mathematician was trying to decrease number of switching. Then gray code came with the optimal solution by just one exchange between the two neighbors. And then parity came to double check also whether there is some errors happens or not in the message, because if there's an error happen in the message receiving, then it will send message to transmitter say that retransmit. And by ending of this, we finish chapter 1. And please, if you have any question, please let me know. Don't get hesitated to ask questions. I'm here to help you. What is my best advice to you? Practice. And you already have the link. And thanks a lot for Marvin. You already put the link, and click on it. Do practice as much as you can in the chapter 1. When something stops, when you will be coming in the next lecture, I can just do it in front of everybody. Or I can do it during the office hour. In the syllabus that you can go into Calendly, and you will resume like a time slot for 15 minutes or so, and then I will be able to assist you. Any question?
Thank you, Professor. I was going to say thank you.
Thank you.
Are all of the past assignments for the past couple of weeks, are they all on Blackboard already?
Yes, I mean, I didn't give any assignments. Basically, my assignment is actually to practice.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to watch the videos for the couple of lectures.
Yeah.
And look at it very carefully, and also digest this and look at the link. Did I add you into the Slack?
No, I don't believe so.
I think I add you.
Oh, okay. Where do I check for
that? Here's the link. Can you see it?
Yeah, I just got it.
Can you click on it?
Mm-hmm.
Did it open with you? You have to register yourself with the Calpoli email address.
Okay.
Let me also double check if I already sent you invitation. So 1 second. So Jennifer, did I add you? Jennifer? We should. Huh? Jennifer, she disappeared, I believe. I have no idea. Maybe she has something. Okay. So I can pretty much go into the 1 second, because I want to be 100% sure everybody has it. So Jennifer, she's there. So let me add her. Copy email, Slack, add her. Yeah, she's already there. But then I will remove her from the. Yeah, you, Mr. What's your name? Huh? Yes, we are Graven. So where are you, Mr. Graven? Let me search for your name. I found you. Then copy here, copy the email. Then I go into the 2300. I try to add you. You are already there, sir. Okay. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're already there. Okay.
Okay.
So double check the link. Practice. You will find a ton. You will just find the time. There was a part about this ASCII code, but ASCII code is something I can just tell you. It's not that really important. It's a bunch of binary systems describing the keyboard. When you click on the lowercase a, it basically will be translated to a bunch of 1 and 0s. When you click on the uppercase, it will be another thing. And basically ASCII, it's have been made by the American standards from National Institute of Standard and Technology. That's why it's called ASCII. It's coming from American something system of the something. You know what I mean? And that's not really big thing because it's a 7-bit and number bit. It will be the parity bit I mentioned. Okay. Then the rest of the book here, it says register transfer. That's in the digital logic design. I don't think you need to think about it at the moment. So last part of the chapter is talking about gates, but I'm not going to go into them because I need to give you the information about Boolean algebra. Then I will return it back to the gates with the full representation of it next lecture. So everything is clear, guys?
Sir.
Yes, the only thing I would actually recommend you guys to practice, please. Okay, once I close with you, I will wait until this will be downloaded on my local computer and I will put it on YouTube and you will find in the proper place. Let me show you the proper place again. So, I go here and announcement. This is the 2300, right? I go in the course documents. From there, because, we are in the week 2, you will find that, it's in a recorded lecture and I'm gonna put it here with the date of the September 2nd, 2020. Okay, thanks so much for your time and your effort. And I know it's really quite hard time now for everybody. So I wish everybody to be safe and secure. God bless you. Talk to you later.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. God bless.
Well.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.